Good morning, Warriors! Back with another episode of Vigor Warriors 2 and the 1% Club. Hope you guys doing well this morning. We are November 2nd, 2022. And God bless each and one of you guys. Keep battling on. As Warriors, we're going to continue this fight until it is vanquished. And we're talking about is the devil and all these temptations that we're dealing with. And we have lots of them. So I want to thank a lot of people, a No Name, Dex, Jake Wittenberg, Flex Williams, BFChangSf. You guys, great comments. In fact, I'm going to talk about one that's kind of related to what BF Chang asked me to talk about, and also HVD IV. So you guys will ask one. But please go ahead, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe. We're at 750 subscriptions. Wonderful. We're almost getting to 1,000. Just continue to feel blessed and continue to keep working at this to kind of help you guys get the message out. And I think we've done over like 500 videos, and we'll just keep doing them because I like talking about these things. As long as you guys keep sending me ideas, we're in pretty good shape. So, and we'll do a bunch of them as we go through, but I wanted to kind of get those out. So, BFChangSf kind of talked about the idea of breaking up, and this is a hard situation. I've been through it many times in the past, and I know that it's not an easy situation. And he wants to also talk about fasting and retention a little bit too. So let's talk about all those. And HVD also had one asking about fasting and retention and God as well. So we're going to kind of combine these together a little bit today and talk about it. So obviously one of the toughest things to do is not only have a girlfriend or a wife, but then also kind of deal with it if that person's no longer there. Now, I've talked about this, I think, in a couple videos recently, but women's attraction, and this is not to offend women whatsoever, but attraction, I think, from either men or women, is kind of an illusion in some ways. Almost like the discussion we had about people in the gym yesterday. This is an illusion because what they're attracted to is your energy. Now, I don't want to make it sound like there's nothing such as love. People do care about each other. Of course they do. But there's also a reason why that you're attracted to someone. There's a reason why you're with people. And so you have to kind of look at things in kind of a detached way. And what I mean by that, you may think I sound very cold-hearted. And I don't. I'm not really meaning it that way. But as warriors, you have to realize that every day is a new day. And there's going to be some days that things go right and some days things go wrong. But remember, you have to continue to be on your purpose. And your purpose is God. Your purpose is to fulfill the mission, your goals, your ideas. Men or women, if you're a woman, a man, if you're a man, a woman, those are not top goals you should be having as you succeed. Yes, they're good things to have, and of course God blesses you with the right kind of wife and girlfriend, those type of things. That's important, and those are relationships you should try to keep. However, you have to be able to detach enough to be able to focus on those other goals and work through this, because what ends up happening is everybody ends up changing at some point in their minds, and this girl that's with you may decide at some point she's not interested anymore, or there's something that may happen. You may decide, okay, it's time to go our separate ways and break away. You have to have some level of detachment. Once again, I don't want to sound cold about this, but when it comes to retention, as you having more retention, the more detached you can actually have yourself be. And as a result of that, then this situation will not cause you as much grief and pain and those things as you do it. And as you keep going on things like fasting and the intermittent fasting that I do and your semen retention, you tend to focus on other things. Again, getting away from the grief and the idea and the sadness. And I used to know, I know what I'm talking about, because years ago when I did not practice any of this kind of stuff, I had sadness, depression when I broke up and had breakups. And a lot of that was going back to that release of energy and all that kind of stuff. And that is a dangerous spiral to go down. So there's a lot of key points here to focus on. But remember, what you really want to do is keep focused on your goals. Keep focused on things that you're doing. Keep focusing on God. And when you do retention, you are also getting closer to God. When you're fasting, you're getting even closer to God. and therefore you're reaching God and you're detached, and so God becomes number one in your life, not this girl or guy you just broke up with, or this wife or husband that you may have divorced with. Now, and obviously I don't believe in divorce, but if that does happen, that happens. But the thing is, you can move on. And once again, I'm not trying to sound like this cold-hearted person, but in some ways, you have to be a little bit detached. You have to be that way, because you will drive yourself crazy. That relationship is over, it's over. Now, you may stay friends, and it's always curious to me that once you start breaking away from a person, sometimes they come back. Sometimes they realize that what they miss, especially with a man of high energy and high value. And those are the types of things you have to kind of keep in focused on this. But if you're focusing on retention, you're not worried about these relationships. If it happens, it happens. There's not too much you can control about that. If somebody wants to leave you, you want to leave someone else, well, then once again, cold-heartedly, I'll say you let them go. You're the best they're going to find. And if they don't want to believe that, well, then that's their choice. But again, you're focusing on your goal. And as my uncle used to always tell me, there's a lot of ships out there, right? There's a lot of other people out there you can find. But the key is you want to make sure you're focused. You have that retention. I just saw it a couple minutes ago. You know, if you got that retention, you got the people just staring at you. It was really hard for me to kind of get away from the person just kind of intensely looking at you. This happened about 10 minutes ago. Incredible. Just incredible type power you must be emanating out of yourself when you're on retention. And so it's just amazing to me to see the kind of intense look this person, you know, looked at me. I thought, you know, in the past I thought maybe I was crazy, but certainly not the case. It's not the case. I mean, it's the energy coming out of you. So this is why when you look at things, you become highly, as an attractive type person, you don't need to worry about relationships. Now, I understand. I don't want to, I'm not going to downplay this. Obviously, BF Chang, this is a tough situation. I understand. I empathize totally. But it is hard. But this is a time that you have to go to the fasting and the retention. When you break up, better yourself. Even if you got to do like a chip on the shoulder that happened to me, I said, I'm going to prove you wrong. You know, I'm going to show you that what you're missing is gone. And so, you know, those people come back realizing that was the screw up they made. But now it's too late because you've moved on. And so the thing is, you've got to keep going. You've got to keep improving yourself. Don't worry about that situation. It's over. And it's, at least in your mind, it's over. That person may decide to come back and want to kind of do more stuff, but in your mind, it's done with. And if it's done with, that means you have to continue moving forward. That person's no longer helping you with your goals. They're no longer trying to help you try to become a better person. Don't live for that person. Live for yourself and God. And God's the person you're really living for. So I think certainly breaking up is not an easy thing. And BF Chang, I wish you the best of luck with this, my friend. But I would highly suggest this is the time to get it back into retention. Do it monk mode. And also then try to go ahead and do fasting. Have fasting where you're going ahead and getting closer to God. And those two things itself will keep your mind off of all the other stuff that's going through. All right, my friend, that's a quick one for today. I want to continue to kind of work on these. Maybe I'll do another one later. Until next time, guys, God bless you guys. Battle on. Thanks a lot, HVD IV, as well as a BFChangSf. Take care, guys. Have a great day. God bless you guys. And battle on.